Welcome.
Hey everyone, how are you?
We are going to catch the end of the fourth quarter of the Kings game. It does not look good. Kings down
We
by 18.
I got 20 on mine, but all right, we just made a bucket, so it's 18. It's just one of those games where you don't shoot well, kind of like last game against the Suns. You're not going to win a lot of games in the NBA.
Spurs not a three-point shooting team, and of course tonight they are a three-point shooting team. It's not good. I don't like the rotations. I don't like any of this.
No, Luke decided to go 11 deep tonight. Just been an interesting. I don't know why all of a sudden Chimezi's getting all this run and Tristan Thompson's only got. I know it's a lot of matchups, but Tristan Thompson's only got 6 minutes, but Metu had 15 last I heard. It's just kind of weird.
Holmes had like 7 minutes in the first half. It's just weird rotations. It's like they have one little comeback in the Suns game and they blow it with a turnover at the end, and then we're just gonna go with that hot unit that just happened to work, catch fire that one night.
That
It doesn't
night.
make any
Yeah.
sense.
Well, it's just kind of we're missing Halliburton. I know we're not actually on the team, no matter what anyone says. You can't be an average team and be missing one of your better players. It just shows with ball movement, even on the defensive end. It's just not great. Down 20 again, 8:41 left in the ball game.
Yeah, there's no when Halliburton's not in the game. There's no playmaking. No one's looking to help anyone else. It's all Barnes driving it into the lane. They're just chucking threes. Metu chucked like 4 threes in a row in the first quarter.
Yeah, he just did one, I think, in the end of the third. Just a lot of, you have an open 18-footer and then you do that like backwards 2 foot skip to shoot a off balance three instead of just hitting the 18 wide open footer. It doesn't make much sense to me, but like we always say, it's those stat nerds that say just hoist it, baby. That's the thing about the NBA. 20-point leads, they're very comebackable, but not if you don't make shots. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not overly confident that we make this a game, but you never know. Just the defense has been atrocious tonight. Just a lot of wide open threes, and the Spurs are actually hitting them.
Yeah, tough start to the road or to the what is it, the road trip, right? They're in San Antonio
Yeah.
tonight. So 4 game road trip, all 4 games very winnable. And then they just I don't understand this rotation. You have to win these winnable games. There's not very many on the
No.
docket. You gotta take your 3-7 team and just put everything you have into winning these games.
Yeah, I don't know why you don't just go, a lower rotation. I know, like you said, it's the beginning of a road trip. We played Sunday and Monday, so this is kind of third game in 4 days, but still, these are the games you got to win. Played this is the third straight game, most likely going to lose. Third straight game, we've actually looked terrible. I know the final scores won't show that, but played really bad against the Pacers on Sunday night. Played even worse Monday night in the third quarter, especially against the Suns. I think it was 30-10 in the third quarter or something ridiculous like that against the Suns. So not going to win a lot of games when you only play 3 out of 4 quarters.
I wish we could get 3 quarters. They haven't even played 1 quarter yet. They just look miserable. There's no ball movement.
Not great. Not great. And like you said, it's a 4 game road trip where you think you can get at least three, maybe all four, and then you come out like this. It's kind of disheartening. The schedule finally lightens up and you just don't even show up.
Well, I've been calling for Marvin Bagley all night, not knowing what we just found out today. Just recently here on Twitter from about 3 hours ago, Sean Cunningham. Multiple sources told me Marvin Bagley III refused to check into Sunday's game when Luke Walton called upon him in the second half versus the Suns.
Was that they played on Monday night? Was it Monday night then?
It must be. It must be
Or
Monday night.
maybe the Pacers game?
Yeah, it says Sunday versus the Suns in the tweet. I'm just reading that. Oh, here's the.
Okay.
It does say Monday's game versus Phoenix. Sam
Okay.
Amick corrected him, but I on the day, but I believe the story. I believe that. It makes sense.
No, absolutely. I mean, especially in that third quarter where, I think it was a 14-0 run. The Suns went on to start the third quarter. Why wouldn't you go and put him instead of Chimezi out there?
So I was thinking the reason that he wouldn't want to put him in because they can't trade him if he's hurt, and now it makes sense that Bagley doesn't want to play in case he gets hurt because then he can't get traded. Is that am I
I'm
my 3D
I'm
chosing
not
it there?
sure. I'm thinking Bagley's just like, hey, you don't want me to play big minutes. I'm not going to use you when you need me in garbage time ish situations. I'm not a scrub you put in to go dribble the clock out at the end of a game,
I
even though
just
it
don't.
was.
I don't understand that attitude for someone that's played in 3 seasons, hasn't played like he's played what like 100 games in 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, any opportunity I got if I was healthy, I'd be out there at least to go show myself and be like, "Hey, Luke Walton's an idiot. I'm gonna go put up 20 in 6 minutes."
Yeah, he's making $17 million a year. He has to prove that he's tradable for some sort of assets that are worth $17 million, and I don't see it.
Yeah, especially, I mean, this isn't going to be your last contract in the NBA, more likely than not, and that's a bad look. No one's going to want that kind of guy on their team. Another terrible turnover by Barnes. The Kings offensively, with all these strange rotations, they just don't look comfortable tonight about where their teammates are going to be. I don't know how that went in for the Spurs, but Spurs go back up 21 with 7.5 left. Foxy, wide open three. Girl, give me that. Down to 18. It's a 3-score game now. You just need 2 touchdowns, 2 point conversions, and things might get wild here. I think this is going to be a game we're going to remember for some time, either because we lose by 20 to a Spurs without one of their better players, or we
I
come back
mean,
and win.
how does the defense go from like respectable to they have not closed out on a single 3 point shooter the entire game?
They've given up 116 points with 7 minutes left. Of course, because I don't bet the under. I mean, bet the over this game. It's ridiculous. I bet the over in
Another
that.
open three. There's no one within like 15 feet of that guy.
Maybe that's what the stats nerds say. Just let them shoot open threes and get the rebound the way they've been shooting. But this is definitely the best game Fox has looked. I mean, he misses a bunny there, but he's actually played really well tonight. So that's kind of a good thing to see. But he usually does play well and scores a lot when Halliburton doesn't play because he has the ball in his hand more too.
So let me get that right. That was a 1-on-4 that the Kings failed to be when they were the 4 on defense. Is that what I just saw?
Yeah. And
This
then,
is
oh
like,
my,
can we just fire Luke Walton like now?
I say you do a package deal, Luke and Bagley for a washing machine, semi-pro style.
I mean, there's no energy, there's no style, there's no plays. He hasn't called timeout like this whole game. I don't know.
I think it's one of those things. I think the heartbeat is Halliburton, as where it is. Even last year when Halliburton went out, I mean, you saw a big dip in the way the Kings were playing.
Well, I thought we were just getting the boost because we had one guy that like had some sort of basketball IQ, and that's why they were playing well. But there's like no
And
offense. These guys,
well,
they don't
that's the
fit
problem. I
together.
mean,
There's no.
that's yeah, that's the issue. Is you have all these, you're trying all these new rotations of guys that haven't probably really even practiced together that much. It's ugly. We'll just jump on the fire Luke Walton train right now.
I was off of it to beginning of the year, and now I am. I am on.
Just move Christie over. You want to see some defense? He's going to be in the rotation, but that's fine with me. I don't care. It's a pizza guy.
All right, so we got the comment. Hey Troy, I ate some hot and sour soup. Can you explain why it smelled like a urinal? LOL. Jeffrey Hardiman, do you know who that is? I feel like that's an inside joke that you're gonna need to explain.
I don't know what that means. I know who Jeffrey Hardiman is, but his sense of humor is a little. He's a one of a fellow driver. He's out on disability, I believe, right now. I haven't seen him in a while, so I'm not quite sure what he's doing in the urinal, but I'm all about it. Like to hear more about it. Another easy one for Fox. He can get anywhere he wants tonight.
He's gonna
anywhere he wants
he's just
tonight.
gonna garbage time it.
I think he had 22, I believe, through 3. At least 7 in this quarter I've seen. Another 3.
This is just absurd.
Do you have the box score up right now? Can you see what the Spurs are shooting from 3?
I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Giving up 121 points in 43 minutes. That is so embarrassing.
They are shooting
It's got to be like 40% at least.
54% from 3 tonight.
How many made threes?
They have made 17 3-pointers on
was like the
31
other.
attempts.
It's
We
like the
have
other night
made
against the.
7 out of 31 attempts, 22%.
It was like the other night against the Hornets, when we made 22 threes or however many we ended up with. I mean, you weren't going to beat us that night, and it's similar tonight. But it's just wide open threes. It's not even. And it just feels like for the first time, 10th game of the year, it just feels like finally they've given up in a game. It's the way it looks for me in this fourth quarter.
It's gross. All right, Troy. Who is the worst plus minus?
I haven't watched enough of the game, but I'm going to guess Barnes.
It's Barnes. It's always Barnes, Troy.
What is he, like minus 15?
He's minus 18. Fox has
Yikes.
scored 35 points, and he is a minus 18 as well.
So bad. You got it. Luke Walton, I mean, he's got to win at least 2 of these 4 on this road trip, or he might be heading out the door. He's been average since he came over here. Do we have more comments over there? I see you smirking a little bit.
It says, it was a funny one. A long time no see, brother, but I was being serious. I just ate Chinese. See you soon enough.
Sounds about right.
That's a good story. I like it. All right, we're going to time out. 5 minutes left, down 21. This is not looking good. Do we want to keep bad-mouthing the Kings, or should we just move on to the NFL?
Let's give them a couple more minutes. If we can cut it to like 1 in the next 4 minutes, we got ourselves a show. Yeah, it just has been great.
So Kings are going to fall to 5-7.
They were 5-4 too. That's 3 in a row.
Yep. If history has taught us anything, they'll lose 7 in a row, and then we will win 5
Trade
or 6
Cousins.
or something.
Yeah.
So next 3 games though: Oklahoma City, Detroit, Minnesota. On paper, those are pretty easy games.
Minnesota's actually played a little bit better of late. I mean, you got to win the next 2 for sure. But then again, the Thunder, they own the Lakers. Nothing like I don't even know who just shot that. All right. Well, see you later.
If I had to guess, it was Metu, because that's all that's been happening the whole game. He's got like prime Bobby Jackson vibe, where he's just going to jack it if he touches the ball.
So they were saying last time he came in, I think it was either the Suns game or the Pacers game I was watching, and they said, oh, he really worked on his 3-point game over the offseason and all this. I'm like, oh, boy.
11 deep. I cannot imagine how. Why are we going 11 people deep in this bench? This team's not that good.
Yeah, and it's funny. I was listening on the. Just stuff. I think that's that Ramsey. Yeah, they just brought him up today. I was listening to other 1140 on the way home, and they're like, "Oh man, this Kings team is just so deep now. It's such a pleasant surprise." I'm like, "What?"
No, no.
I kind of like that Jones though, but I don't like the white shirt underneath the jersey. That's never been a thing for me.
Oh, Let me put the Kings score back on. They keep moving around. These games keep ending. My bad.
It's not great, whoever's asking for it. I'm pretty sure he just airballed a free throw. So, wow. That baby Ramsey.
Score is Kings are getting boat raced by the Spurs, so that's all we really need to know. It's just a matter of
Yeah,
how bad are they going to lose.
I think the over hit already. So, cash your head up to the ticket window there and cash that ticket.
This just felt like a game the Kings would lose.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think the Kings' career have ever played well in San Antonio. Yeah, when you're going to shoot 22%.
The Kings have won 17 games in the Spurs in San Antonio since they've come to Sacramento out of 70 tries.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, to be fair, too, the Kings have been really bad and the Spurs have been really good. So
That's
there's like a
that's true.
maybe we played 17 games there when we were good type of thing. Look at Luke Walton. He has just such a punchable face. Gosh.
I just don't understand how one guy is out and it's a guard when we have too many guards and you just play 15 different forwards and centers.
Popovich kind of looks like Tim Allen as he's starting to become Santa Claus. Like the early stages, you know what I
He
mean?
definitely does.
Not like the gut as much, but just like the upper body,
Mm-hmm.
like the from the neck up. It's basically Tim Allen when he's getting
Like
that
the first
delivery.
scene when he shaves and then he looks up in the mirror and he turns
Hmm.
into look with the gray hair. Yeah, that's Popovich.
I'm glad we got that covered.
That's basically the highlight of this game for me so far.
Now, have they said how long Halliburton's out? What
I
was
was
it?
just
Back
trying to look it up.
tightness?
Yeah,
I know they said he woke up Monday morning and just wasn't right.
that's good. That's what you want.
Well, I mean, he's standing five. Okay, so here comes the upcoming schedule: at the Thunder, at the Pistons, at the Wolves, come home against the Raptors, Jazz, 76ers, and Blazers.
You have to win the next three
Yeah,
and
you might
then
be able to get
maybe
the.
win one of the next four.
I think you get the Sixers and the Raptors, maybe the Blazers.
Oh,
Those are all maybes. I don't think you beat the Jazz though.
if Embiid plays, there's no way that we could beat them.
We have met too.
Zero and Patrick Graham Ramsey.
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, no, there's no way.
Unbelievable.
Embiid will score 100.
That's fine. There you go, buddy. All right, here we come. Don't call it a comeback. Cut it to 22 with 3 minutes left.
I think you could give the Kings every possession and just like a rack of balls, and they're not going to score 22 before the end of this game.
Oh, not tonight. No way. That's what they're shooting from the. Ugh. All right, I'm about to just flop off here. Maybe switch over to the Warriors game or something fun because that is bad. Warriors have been really good. I think what are they 9-1?
Yeah, they're really good. They're going to win tonight too.
Oh, they should. I think they're playing the Timberwolves. I
Yeah,
think they're 7-point favorites
they've had
tonight.
a pretty soft schedule, but they've just been destroying people.
Well, I think Curry's hands down. He's got to be the leader in the MVP clubhouse.
They
Now
scored
is
50 the other night.
yeah, that was a great game. Bet the Warriors and the over on that one. Is Clay coming back this year? I can't ever remember with
January
his.
is the tentative
So he
estimate.
so he will be back, which
Yes.
is good. I mean, they're playing well. It's obviously nice to rack up some wins when.
Yeah, I think if they can stay 10-1 ish, then there's no rush to bring him back.
Yeah,
But
on that pace, I like their trajectory. If you win, man, Lakers, I'm interested to see if they can get. I don't think LeBron played the other night. I like the NBA more of late than I used to. It's fun.
But he's gonna get these shots up, Troy.
Oh yeah, he's gonna hit from the parking lot.
God, down 21 with a minute 55. All right, I'm gonna start bringing up the NFL scores
Absolutely.
because
Let's just show it up.
this is not going well for the Kings.
No. Well, actually, Thursday night we got a. Let's. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
You look like you're. Oh, you look like you froze for a minute. I was
No,
like,
I was
oh boy.
thinking. My brain
Ah,
broke trying to figure out what just
not
happened to
used
this
to.
Kings game.
Yeah, I'm not used to you seeing that, so that's why I had to ask if you broke or not.
Shemezi Metu, 13 points. How many shots did he take?
At least 20. What was he from three? That's all I want to
Three
know.
for 7. So
Oh,
good.
that's better than everyone else on the team.
I don't think Shemezi Metu should be taking 7 threes, but I guess it worked out tonight.
He's a volume scorer. Always has been a volume scorer, that Chimezi.
He's got the, what was it, Kyle Guy? Is that the guy that we had last year who just jack him every single time we get in the game?
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I would. All right, you want to break down week 9? Then we'll make our picks for week 10.
Yeah, let's do our quick recap.
You dominated, for the record. I mean, we didn't have anything on the line, but
Did I win all 5 of our different
I'm
ones?
pretty sure. Oh, absolutely. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that was one of the best weeks that I've had. We did
Yeah, I think you
we did both miss the Cowboys Broncos game.
and we missed. There's another big one.
We both missed the Saints Falcons one.
The Bills, Jags.
Did we both? Oh, I picked the Giants in the Raiders game. I picked the Pats. Yeah, neither of us picked the Jags to beat the Bills. I don't think anyone picked the Jags to beat the Bills straight up.
That's one of the biggest
Maybe
upsets.
to cover.
14 and a half points, I think. Without their running back, too, for the Jags. No Robinson. So what do you want to? We'll just do it on. What do you think of the end? What do you think of that Steelers game? I know there's a lot of talk about taunting and flaunting and a lot of bad calls.
That was a terrible call. I'm gonna switch our feed real quick. Hopefully
Switch the feed, baby.
We'll switch over to armchair long snappers, so we get rid of that Kings score, so I don't have to look at it anymore. I thought the Steelers played very poorly. They played really well on defense, which is expected. They're going to win a lot of low-scoring games. I think their defense is maybe the best in the league.
Yeah, Bears got some points late. It was definitely
they don't do
a
very
low.
well against running quarterbacks. So Fields did pretty well at keeping a lot of those drives alive, especially down the stretch. I really thought that guy made the field goal to win the game, Troy. It looked good the whole way. He doinked it from 65. Yeah, definitely not a taunting penalty. I don't know what was going on with that. The ref like hip checking him. I mean, he did run it like a beeline to the ref and like was just barely gonna miss him. But not enough that you hip check and then like go for the flag while he's doing it.
I mean, you shouldn't have been standing there. I mean, you're only going to learn one way,
Yeah.
and that's you just should have been standing there. I thought there was a lot of actually really good games though last week. The Ravens Vikings game going into overtime, great comeback by the Ravens by Lamar. Just an absolute beat down by the Browns on the Bengals, which I was a little surprised about. Cowboys wasn't as close to the final score. Another beat
Those
down.
2 garbage times. Dude, the Browns without Odell Beckham Jr., I think, are a completely different team. I think he's really derailing the team.
Crazy train.
I've been on that Instagram wormhole where we were last week. We were showing the video his dad posted of him being open all the time. And I also saw the Twitter retort that he wasn't supposed to be running those routes, and that's why Baker didn't find him. He was just like free balling it, and it would make Baker Mayfield crazy because it throws off the routes for everyone if one guy goes
Yeah.
rogue, even if he gets open.
Just reminds me of
You get like 2.5
Will.
seconds before you get hit. You can't have a guy going rogue.
It's like Will Ferrell in Semi-Pro. I'm gonna go here. Nope, I don't want it. Give it back. All right, I'm gonna go here.
Right.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where Odell goes. I don't know if Odell was just going rogue because he didn't know the plays, didn't know the playbook, which he should,
He's been
obviously.
there for
But
like 4 years, hasn't he?
I think it's 3 or 4 years. I'm interested to see where he goes. Where do you think he's gonna go? I heard a lot of people talking about maybe the Packers.
I don't think the Packers want him.
Probably
His
not.
his list is Packers. I don't know that the Packers want him.
Saints, maybe.
Yeah, they need a receiver because Michael Thomas is
Done.
he's like fake hurt. He's out for the year. So they just get another guy that's just like that.
Chiefs, maybe.
Did they need another receiver?
Maybe they can have him play defense.
I guess they could go to like the Raiders.
I don't know if
Patriots.
that's a fit. We'll see. Cardinals would be interesting.
They have a whole bunch of receivers too. I just don't know where he's gonna go, where he thinks he's gonna go.
It's funny he cleared waivers though. We'll see where he goes. Maybe the Colts. I know Lamar was kind of like, yo, I can't tell you where to go, but if you want to come here, I wouldn't be mad about it. But I don't know if that fits either.
I mean, he can still get open. He can still beat people one on one. It's not like Des Bryant.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really see a home for him.
I'd say Jags are red hot. Just send him there.
Send him to the Jags. That's what he wants anyway.
Yeah, you don't want to send him. I think the Cardinals is my guess. Him and
What is
Hopkins.
his agent's pitch to these contenders that he's going to go to? Here's my guy. He's always
You don't
hurt.
know,
He's a giant headache, and he doesn't run the routes that you tell him to. And he drops a lot.
but he hasn't scored a touchdown since
But
like
did you see that catch he made like 7 years ago? It's pretty
yeah,
rad.
it was he jumped up with his one hand. I don't know. I got it. Hold on. I got it.
I'll pull it up on YouTube for you real quick.
Not even on YouTube. What was that old one that they had where it's like just little clips? I can't even remember
Like
what it's
Vine.
called. Vine, yeah. I got a nice Vine.
All right, try.
So yeah, what do you want on the line this week? I was thinking maybe like a lunch or a dinner. We each have to go. Buy the other guy food, beer,
I think it should be a pie. We should do a pie this week.
pie. I don't even like pie.
Well, it's all right. We can do a lunch.
Or let's do.
I'm just gonna order soup though. If I win, I'm just gonna.
Could have leaving out. Like we each got an entree. Because I'm going to eat big. Let's do a breakfast. That's even better.
Let's do a breakfast. Okay, I like it.
Breakfast. Not in bed. That's awkward. Why are you in my house? Get out of here.
You'd be in my house because I'm gonna win.
But why would I eat breakfast in your house? That's so weird.
All right, let's move on. Week 10. We both have pretty good records this year. I didn't actually compile
Really
the
do.
numbers because we just kind of winged it this week, but
Winger dinger.
we winger dinged it. But we're both doing pretty well. I think I'm beating you. If I looked at the fake math in my head, I think I'm up by 6. So
6 or 40 pounds. I mean, whatever math we're doing. Yeah, I think I want to say I'm shooting like a 62%. I think you're probably closer to 60. I don't know though, because I've beaten you. I think we're almost square. So this is week 10. So we've done 8. I think it might be 4-4 on the actual betting.
weeks.
So so you might be up 5-4 because you won week 1 when nothing was on the line. You've won 2 where nothing was on the line. So that's pretty impressive.
You just know the weeks that you're going to be bad and just don't come up with anything.
Yeah, well, I don't know what you want to do. I'll take the Jags.
All right, Chad, let's start with Thursday night. Your team is playing
Let's let
Thursday night.
let's just let the people know real quick that I'm still waiting on a dance from you.
I'm still waiting on my
And
growler.
I told you, you get your growler when I get my TikTok dance.
I will work on it this week. It'll be up before Sunday.
Okay.
Book it.
I don't know if I believe that. I'm
Book
not
it.
booking anything, Dano.
All right, Thursday night, Ravens Dolphins. Ravens favored 7.5 points.
I always say the road team never wins on Thursday night. But I'm going to go with the road team this week because it's the Ravens. I think they're going to fly. I don't know. I think it might be a lower scoring game. I think on the short week, you're not really going to get too much fireworks. No one's
81
really that
degrees and
healthy.
lightning. Does that change your opinion at all? No.
Bring it.
No, Ravens are really good. They're going to win that game.
They should. I mean, the way the NFL's running, though, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't. So that's my way to back out of it if they lose.
I think the NFL wants the Ravens to win though, so I think you're safe.
Perfect.
All
Same
right,
refs. Run it back.
Lions Steelers in Pittsburgh, 42 degrees with the snow. Pittsburgh 9-point favorites. Who do you got?
I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to go with the Steelers. I think that they're better. The Lions, I think the last 2 weeks have just been terrible after a bunch of close matchups early. I think they're going the other
They're
way.
getting
So I'm going to
worse.
go definitely. I don't think the Steelers are really that good a team. I think they're average. They're really good defensively. Offensively, they don't really. Harris is good in the back, but besides that, I mean, they don't really scare me. But I don't know if the Lions have enough firepower against that really good defense. So I think the Steelers are going to win that one.
Yeah, I think the Steelers win this one. Probably be a low-scoring game because of the snow. Yeah, 42.5 is the over/under. That's pretty low for a football game. I will
Yeah,
take the Steelers as well.
Monday night was 39.
Wow.
Crazy.
All right, we got Falcons Cowboys in Dallas. Dallas is 9-point favorites. The Falcons have been kind of hot. And the
Gosh,
Cowboys looked like a dumpster fire last week.
well, Jerry Jones, oh, they really just took them lightly. No, they didn't. They just sucked.
Yeah.
Broncos came out with that mentality. Oh, you're going to trade our best defensive player. We don't care. We're not going to give up a point till late. Kind of dominated the game defensively, which was kind of good. Falcons just went on the road and beat the Saints. 9 points is a big.
That's a big
9
number.
points is a big number. I think that the Falcons cover, but I think the Cowboys are going to win in a one-score game late.
Yeah, I'll take the Cowboys too. I think Dak's still getting over his injury. He looked really good if they just played that prevent defense. He scored 16 points in like the last 2 minutes. So I don't believe in the Falcons, but they're 4-4. They're just kind of all over the place.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to get.
I don't know where Cordell Patterson came from. I thought he died on the Vikings a long time ago, but he is just super, super good.
Corduroy.
Pitts keeps getting better, but yeah, I'll take the Cowboys. I think Gallup comes back this week, so they're going to have all three of their receivers.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, like I said, they should have dominated last week too, so I think Dak wasn't quite back yet, is my gut. So we'll see. Cowboys, I'm going to say they win by 7.
Fair enough. Saints, Titans, no Derrick Henry. Didn't mean anything last week.
Who cares?
3-point favorites at home.
I got to go Titans. I love how gritty and tough the Titans looked last week. They don't care. I mean, they're still going to run the ball with their other backs. They got a bunch of really good receivers. Their defense has actually looked a lot more
the defense
comparable.
Looked so bad to start the season, and they're just kind of rounding into shape right now. They looked really good last week. I don't know what's going on with the Saints. I don't know who's going to be the quarterback. I'll take the Titans as well, even though I thought this team was all Derrick Henry and that's all they had. That was effective, but they just where's Adrian Peterson? We'll call him up and we'll just give him some tugs at it. And
Touchdown.
No?
Nah, don't mind me. I'm Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, I think I'll take the Titans as well. Well, this is boring so far. We
This
keep
is
picking the same ones.
great. This is great potting.
It's good potting. All right, Colts Jaguars in Indianapolis. Colts are 10.5 point favorites. The
I think the
Jaguars beat the Colts last year for their only win of the season.
I think the Jags cover 10.5 is a big number. I see them losing by 10, but I think they'll cover. I like the Colts at home.
Yeah, I'll pick the Colts too. I really want to pick the Jags here. Robinson's
That's
healthy
just a
this week.
crazy
They
pick.
just beat the Bills, but they're just so bad. I can't pick the Jaguars. We'll pick the Colts, even though
That's
they
call
burned me in
black
Survivor last week.
bastards.
All right, Browns Patriots in New England. New England 2.5 point favorites. This might be our
I'm
first
going
split game.
I'm going Browns. Browns look really good. I don't like the Patriots at all. Browns are going to win, I think, by 10. I don't even think it's going to be close, in my opinion. And I can't ever say Patriots out loud. So I'm going to go Browns dominating fashion.
I will pick the Patriots for our first different game. Patriots
No.
super good at home. But the defense in New England is looking better and better each week. They traded away their best defender, and the defense has played better since that happened. I don't understand how that
Bronco
works.
style.
Belichick just like grabs people off the street and says, "All right, you're a Pro Bowl defender." Mac Jones has looked competent. I think they can beat him. Browns still have some bunch of injuries. I believe Chubb got COVID, so he's not playing.
Should have been standing there.
Yeah. Their defense does look good, and I think Myles Garrett's going to hit Mac Jones pretty hard. But I still like the Patriots in a close game.
Well, I like all the Browns running backs. Even their third one, I think it's Johnson. He even looked good the week those two guys were out. So I don't think the running's going to be the issue. You don't have Beckham there anymore. I think they're going to figure some stuff out.
They look better, but so do the Patriots. The Patriots have looked really good the last few weeks.
True.
All right, Jets, Bills in New Jersey. Buffalo, 12.5 points favorite. It didn't matter last week.
I think the Bills bounce back in a big way. Every team that's in the tops kind of had one or two interesting losses and played poorly. I don't think it's going to happen again. The Bills are too good to lose to those two teams. Maybe looking ahead these 2 weeks, I don't think they're going to take the Jets lightly, and they're going to put on a dominating performance.
Yeah, I'll take the Bills as well. I don't think they're going to lose this game against the Jets. The Jets just aren't that good. I don't even know who plays quarterback for him this week. But I think the Bills are gonna rebound, put up a bunch of points.
Josh Allen's not on the other team. So Josh Allen has never been good against Josh Allen. So
Fact.
now that he's not facing Josh Allen, he'll be a lot better.
Fact. All right, we got Buccaneers, Washington football team in Washington, Tampa Bay 9.5 point favorites. It's a boring week for football. This is a lot of big lines.
On the road, crazy, but the Bucks are gonna kill him coming off a bye. It ain't gonna be pretty for the Washington football team, but I think they were on a bye as well. So that's kind of cool.
Yep.
Beat down,
Yep.
Bucks.
Yeah, I'll take the
Bears,
Bucks and the beatdown as
Battlestar
well.
Galactica.
Cardinals, Panthers in Arizona, 10.5 point favorites over the Panthers.
Cards.
No
I don't
Sam
care if
Darnold.
Kyler's. Yeah, I don't care if Kyler's playing. They made the Niners look dumb. I mean, I know the Niners aren't really that good a team, but I think the Niners were actually favored or it was closer to a pick 'em, and they just beat the doors off of them. I love Connor, James Conner, ex-Steeler, great. He's looked so good in the backfield for them.
Yeah, they just stomped on the Niners with Colt McCoy as their quarterback, and they get Kyler Murray back this week. So I will also pick the Cardinals. Boring week so far. We got one game different, Trey.
We might be watching one
We
game.
might be watching the one. All right, I think the stretch here. I think there's a chance. There's some Troy rogue picks here. I can feel them. Chargers, Vikings. Chargers 3 point favorites at home. Troy loves the Vikings pick. Who do you got, Troy?
I'm gonna go Vikings here, baby. They're one of the best. It's probably the second best purple in their color scheme team in the NFL. So I like the Vikings. They're a weird team. They hung with Baltimore in Baltimore. There's no such thing as a home field advantage for the Chargers because it's going to be all purple in the stands. So I think the Vikings away from home, but really are going to be the home team in this one. The Vikings are going to win by 3.
Well, I'm going to take the Chargers. If there's anyone that can blow a lead more than the Chargers, it is the Minnesota Vikings. So I believe that the Vikings are going to choke away a lead right at the end.
Give me one hell of a fourth quarter. They're just going to be like, you win, you win, you win, you win. Ah, dang, one of us
It's either going
won.
to be like 12 touchdowns back and forth or like 30 picks back and forth. It'll be a very exciting fourth quarter.
Either way, I'm here for it.
Eagles Broncos in Denver. Denver 2.5 point favorites. Broncos looked real good last week. I have no
That's what
idea what the Eagles
scares
are.
me. That scares me. I don't know what the Broncos are either. I don't think the Broncos are as good as they played last week. I think they got the Cowboys at the right time, so I'm a little nervous, but I'm going to let you pick this one first.
I'm going to take the Broncos at home. I think the offense is playing better. Um, I don't. Yeah, I'm going to take the Broncos at home. I think their running game is going to be a little bit too much for the Eagles. And I don't trust the Eagles. Something about them. Something about their face.
Who did the Eagles play last week again? I can't remember that game for some reason. It's not coming to me.
Yeah, because it was boring and they're a weird team.
They're probably on a bye.
They
That's how good
lost
my
to the
memory is.
Chargers.
That's right. So I'm going to go Eagles. 2.5 point dogs on the road. This really means they're a half-point favorite. So I'm going to go with the favorite here, and I'm going to go with the Eagles. I think that the Broncos just really played out of their minds last week. I think they're going to come back down to earth, and the Eagles are going to squeak out a nail biter at the end. 3 points, Hurts, pylon, buckets.
Packers, Seahawks in Green Bay. Packers 3 point favorites.
That's weird. Well, Wilson's back.
So is Rodgers.
Or sure on Rodgers is
I
back.
believe so.
I think with both of them back, Wilson's been out a
The
while.
line wouldn't be 3 if Love was the quarterback.
Yeah, now with Wilson back. I'm going to go Pack at home. I like the Packers a lot. I think they're a really good football team. I mean, they went and only gave up 13 points to the Chiefs, I believe it was last week, with their backup quarterback. So I think the Packers, I don't really think it matters who's in the backfield behind center there. I think the Packers are good. I think the Packers are going to win by at least a touchdown.
The Seahawks might get Chris Carson back this week. I still don't think it's going to be enough. I think that Packers defense is really good. Held the Chiefs to 13.
Yeah.
I'll take the Packers at home as well. Raiders, Chiefs in Vegas. Chiefs are 2.5
What's the line
point
here?
favorites. Chiefs are by 2.5.
Yikes. I don't know on this one. This one's a little squirrely. But I think I'm going to go to the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs, I mean, their defense, I know that they had a backup quarterback in the Packers, but they looked a lot better last week. I think if they figure things out, I'm not really worried about Patrick Mahomes and the offense, especially against the Raiders. I don't think the Raiders defense is that great. So I think the Chiefs are going to win, and I think it's going to be 10-point win.
All right, I will pick the Las Vegas Raiders at home. 3-1 at home. I still say it's the hardest travel in the game. Raiders are squirrely, man. I think they can score with the Chiefs. I think their pass rush, they can get there with 4, and that's what you have to do to beat Mahomes. And something about it, man. This feels right. Division rival game. It's going to be close. Chiefs haven't looked really good on either side of the ball. I think they're beatable, and I think the Raiders they're past their distractions from last week. Hopefully the Ruggs thing is blown over and they're moving on.
Well, they even looked good last week. I believe they won. I don't remember who they played again.
I
Really
believe they
good.
lost to the Giants.
Oh yeah, that's right. They played well though, but it was like a late
Yeah.
one. That was not. Was that Sunday night's game?
I believe it was an afternoon game.
Oh, okay. We haven't even got to the Sunday night game.
Oh no, that is the Sunday. That is the Sunday night game. Yeah.
Perfect.
Monday night, 49ers Rams in Santa Clara. Rams 4-point favorites on the road. Rams did not look
Rams
good last week, but the
did
Niners
not
looked
look.
real bad last week. Niners are 0-4 at home. Rams are 4-0 on the road. I will take the Rams in a blowout.
Me too. I mean, the Rams got to bounce back. They got just demolished last week. So I don't think the Niners are good at all. They got Kittle back. That's fine. He had a few catches, but I think the Rams are really good. And they just had one of those games. It's a little hiccup. You're not going to go 17-0. You're going to have games where you lose. So Rams big, 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 big. Definitely cover the 4.
Yep, absolutely. All right. Should be a fun week. Bears, Bengals, Giants, Texans on a bye. That's about as good as you can do for watchability for this week.
Yeah, we got to be close to ending with these buys here in the next couple of weeks, which is nice. Go down the home stretch where we get 16 games a week.
Love
Do you
it.
have the schedule up in front? What do we got on Thanksgiving? I know that's a little,
I
I
can
think
pull it
2
up.
weeks. I think it's 2 weeks from tomorrow.
It's the week of the 24th. We
Yeah.
get Bears, Lions, as tradition.
Yikes.
Raiders, Cowboys, and
Oh, that'll
Bill
be
and
actually,
Bills, Saints. That's a pretty good day.
those aren't,
That's a pretty
they're
good
not
day.
terrible. Yeah, you know, you always, unfortunately, got to do the Lions.
Yeah.
Just, I'm trying to think, like, do I have any of these people on my fantasy team? No, not in the morning. It's going to be a lot of champagne in the morning for us.
And I am out on all my fantasy this year.
Oh, are you?
I had so many injuries.
Gosh, that's really unfortunate. You know, we just hate to see that over here on this side of the pod that you do bad at something.
All right, Trey. Anything else on the docket? Kind of a short week this week.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Kings are bad. Um,
Kings are very bad. We covered that at the top of the podcast where we angrily turned off the show.
Gosh,
I don't know why they're playing 11 deep. That doesn't make any sense. Let's look.
fire Luke Walton.
Can we get that going?
Fire Luke Walton. I wanted to go a game, but I mean, we can't bring Dad now because his rule is if they're under 500, he won't go. So
It
they're gonna have to win a
doesn't look
couple.
like it's gonna happen anytime soon. Yeah, let's get together on one of these Sundays and just go to one of these games.
Yeah, I don't know how many Sundays they got. It's just a weird 3 o'clock start.
Or wherever. I don't even care. Let's just go. Thunder won again tonight. The Pelicans are easily the worst team in the NBA. 1-11. The Thunder are 4-6. They might be better than the Kings.
Oh, without a doubt.
We don't have anyone as good as Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That's for sure.
Fox is pretty good.
Not as good as that. Hornets won again. Bulls beat the Mavericks. Pistons beat the Rockets.
What do we got in that Warriors game? Still cooking right
Heat are
now.
beating the Lakers. The Warriors are up 15 at the half. And they're the best third quarter team in the NBA, so I think that one's basically put away. That'll make them
What
10-1.
what do we got score wise though?
69-54.
That's pretty good. 23 over. Over under is probably like 107.5 for the second half.
Can you name the leading scorer for the Warriors?
Yes, it's that Jordan Poole guy.
No, it's Andrew Wiggins. He's got 22. Steph has 10
Wiggins.
points.
Isn't that his old team?
Oh, it's the Wiggins revenge game. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's why he's eating.
That makes sense. Iguodala has made a huge difference for that team.
Oh, without a doubt, you got that, veteran presence. I mean, the guy still looks good. I think he's like 37 or 38. I saw him at the golf tournament in Tahoe. Dude is huge and so skinny, but So talented.
Yeah.
He's just so talented.
Well, it's good to see the Warriors are back. I think it's better when they're good.
I like it.
They're
I
just
just
fun to
like the way that.
watch. And I
Yeah,
love that Curry like very quickly adjusted to the new rules. He's like, "Oh, you're not gonna call that? I'll figure it out."
well, some people who haven't is Dame, Harden, Fox tonight. I mean, he got his, but they were kind of cheapies late. I think he had 13 in the fourth when it really didn't matter
I think
for
Trey Young's
Fox
been
tonight.
off to a slow start.
Luca, even I don't know his numbers off the top of my head, but the Mavericks in general, they've been off to a somewhat slow start, and I think it is all people trying to,
They're 7-4.
But I mean, as good as they were, 7-4 is not the best.
He's averaging 24.9 a game. He's leading the
Soft.
team in points, rebounds, and assists.
Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? But it's just stupid. The Mavericks could have had Marvin Bagley.
Yeah. How good would he have been? They could have
Gosh,
had
they
Willie
could have.
Cauley-Stein and Marvin Bagley at the same time.
That's really, really bad look on the Mavericks. Why did they let us take Bagley there? You got to trade up for him.
Oh man.
So we went to. This is sidebar. So what we do.
I
We
love a
went to
good
a new
sidebar.
breakfast place on Sunday. Sarah was working, so I asked mom and dad to go. We went to. Have you been to Barn Burner?
No, where's that at?
Right next to Catherine's Beer Garden.
Ooh, okay.
It was good. So actually, Weston went with us too. So Weston, our little brother, if you guys don't know that are listening, he got half tater tot, half biscuit and gravy.
What?
So yeah, so there's
As
sides
like
you
a
can either.
side?
No, that was the meal he got. He got half a biscuit covered in gravy, and the other half of his plate was tater tots covered in gravy.
Yeah, let's go there. Why are we doing this podcast?
Well, we will be going there next week, but you'll be paying. So that's their thing. The sides you can either get tater tots, roasted potatoes, or whatever. But the food was really good. I got a Mary's Denver omelet. You could have got it as a scramble or whatever. Just everything was fresh. It came with like a flower on your plate, and I got tater tots, and
What kind of
it's a cool little
flower was it? Was
place.
it like a daffodil or a tulip?
It's like purplish. I don't know. That's
That's
all I
all I
got.
wanted from your description.
Tulip
Was the color?
fish. Yeah. I actually got the color, so I know purple pretty good. So nailed
Is
it.
that one of the colors that you can see?
Yeah, it's either purple or gray.
Nice. All right, Trey. We got anything else?
I don't think so. Follow us on social media at Spivey Special everywhere. Especially if you haven't jumped on the old Twitch and followed us. We're trying to make our run there. We're getting close to becoming an affiliate with them. So join it, watch it, feel it, love it, be it.
I love it. That was very deep.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
All right, Troy. I think that's all we got.